Okay, so I love the feelings wheel for helping give those labels so that we can come into an even greater relationship with this energy inside of us that's trying to unfold into the outer reality. Now, this is the practice. I'm going to ask you all to come into a space heart centered with the breath that we were practicing earlier. In through the nose, out through the mouth, the highest part of the throat that you can um, release the breath through. Let's practice that 5 to 10 breaths. With your eyes closed, call to mind or remember an a strong emotion that you have been experiencing a lot lately. Give it a name. Bring, okay, while we're doing this practice, I invite you to either continue doing this heart breathing. If your breathing changes, that's okay, but if you notice you're having a hard time moving through the practice, either drink some water or return to that breath. You may want to take a sip of water now before we really get into this. So, calling that emotion to the forefront of your mind, we are actually going to have a conversation with that emotion. And I'm going to guide you through some prompts to build intimacy with the emotion. So, returning to that breath, a few more breaths. Inviting you to close your eyes, but you don't have to close them if that's not working for you. Bring that emotion, the frequency of that emotion or the name of that emotion into the forefront of your mind. You can speak these words out loud or you can speak them in your mind. But I'll ask you to repeat after me and speak as genuinely to this emotion as you can in your own voice to this emotion. And so with that, to that emotion, I invite you to speak the words, "Hi, I am fully present with you now. Thank you for being here. Because of the principle of unity, you are me, and I want you here. Thank you for being here. You are welcome here in my body." I know it might be hard if it's a negative emotion that we really have a hard time with. Um, but the thing is, this is the tool to build that intimacy so that it's not a struggle, so that it's not like haunting us all the time, so that it can really flow and unfold in our outer reality. So we are letting this emotion know that it is welcome here. And if you can, it is a great measure to let this emotion know, I love you. We could say to the emotion, I love you. And again, some gratitude. Thank you for being here. and more gratitude. Thank you for expanding my capacity for love. Because that's what these emotions want to do. They want to become our life, our love in our world. Thank you for expanding my capacity for love. Okay? And you might notice there might be another emotional signature attached to that specific emotion, and you can ask, what else is here? You might hear, or you might just know what other emotion is there attached to that one. And then I invite you to repeat that process again with that emotion then. Hi, name of emotion. I'm fully present with you now. Yeah, there are some other promptings for these conversations that I would love to share with you, and we can do that another time. We are coming close to 9 o'clock. And if anyone has any questions they would like to put in the chat or you want to ask now, let's just open up a little bit of time for questions, or anything that any feedback somebody might want to give before we close out the evening. And like I said, we'll be doing this every Monday, and I think I decided that next week we're not gonna let anyone in past 7:40, just so we can really get into it. I think we would have had more time for the practice, so that's gonna have to be a rule. Would anybody like to share anything before we close out for the evening? Like I said, we have a little bit of time. I do just want 2 minutes to do a little closing ceremony at the very, very end.